Hey, what is up, guys? It is Harrison Barron, the One Entrepreneur. Now in this video, I want to talk to you guys about the red ocean versus blue ocean strategy and how it can make your business explode. So I know it sounds kind of ridiculous, and you might be thinking, well, what's a red ocean? What's a blue ocean? Why do I even care about them? Well, let me tell you, there are 6, 7, 8, 9, probably even 10-figure businesses using this methodology and strategy to help grow their business. Now, I'm not just saying this from like, hey, I'm just making this kind of stuff up. This is something that I know many of my multimillionaire friends who own ridiculously successful businesses implement this one strategy every single time, and it blows up their business. So what is the red ocean versus blue ocean strategy? Well, in the red ocean, you live amongst all of your competitors, and there's not that many customers in that side, right? It's just imagine you being a fish, right? You are a whatever company you are, and there are hundreds of other companies all trying to get those handful of smaller fish, which is your customers. That's not a place you want to be. On the flip side of things, you have the blue ocean, where you are the only fish or one of very few fishes, and there are plenty of customers for you to pick from. Right? Sounds amazing, but how do you actually get from the red ocean to the blue ocean? Well, this is actually a strategy that I'm starting to implement with my agency, and I'm seeing crazy results, hence why I'm making a video about it. So in the red ocean, when I first started my business, it was just, we were Barron Media Group at the time. And Barron Media Group was a great name, and obviously my last name, but the problem was a couple different things. One, people didn't know what we did, right? Nor did they know how we do it. And then on top of that, we could help anybody. And if you've never heard the saying, if you can help anybody, you can't help anyone. So we ran into that problem of saying, hey, we want to just help everybody out there that we could possibly meet. And that was the wrong way to go about it. Because when you do that and you structure yourself like that, who does anybody tell what you do and who you are? They can't. Oh, what kind of media does he do? I don't know. Who does he help? I don't know. How does he help? He helps us with social media and websites and little SEO, right? That's a horrible, horrible place to be. But when you start to get into the blue ocean strategy, you know a lot of different aspects of your business, who your target market is, what you're actually going to do to provide value and close more sales. And 3, what growth actually looks like, or whatever your service or product that you're selling looks like for your ideal customer. So when we were Barron Media Group, we were deep in the red ocean. We were just and look, to be expected. I was new and didn't know anything about marketing, and we were amongst many other digital marketing agencies that just wanted to help anybody out there. And it made it really stressful because when people said like, hey, who do you work with, or who do you work for, or how do you help people? I could tell them how I help people, but, well, who do you work with? Anybody. Well, who's anybody? Well, people struggling to get their online presence to build their image. Well, that's not very helpful. It's not very specific. But now that we've kind of restructured and rebranded, and I'm not saying you need to go rebrand and restructure, but now we've really drilled down on who we want to approach. So we want to talk to MSPs, IT companies, software as a service, hardware as a service, data as a service, companies, cybersecurity, physical security companies, right? Any technology company, that's who we want to work with. And we've narrowed it down to like 6 or 7 different kind of industries because they all intermingle and work together, and that's the area of expertise that not only do we have, but they understand the value of what we do, and along with that, there's not that much competition in that area. Now, there are other marketing companies that probably do what we do, and I know several of them, but they don't do it as good as we do. And because of that, we've now started to create a blue ocean for ourselves. We're no longer involved in this red ocean where everywhere I turn, I'm like, oh, there's a competitor, there's a competitor, there's a competitor. It's a miserable place to be. It's mentally draining and stressful because everywhere you look, you just see competition. And that's the worst feeling in the world. If you think about it, there's millions of other not marketing companies, IT companies, managed service providers, cybersecurity companies. If there's not millions, there's hundreds of thousands of these companies just in the US alone where we live. So if I could say, hey, maybe there's 20 or 30 or 50 competitors in this space, there's hundreds of thousands of clients that we could all go after. This gives plenty of food for all of us. It gives us all the ability to flourish. And when somebody says, hey, who do you work with, or how do you help people? Hey, I work with these handful of companies. This is how we help them. This is the ROI that we can expect because we've worked with them all the time. And their industries are always changing, which keeps our job interesting. That's the best part about it. So whatever you're doing, think about the red ocean and the blue ocean, right? A lot of people are stuck in the red ocean, and I get it. When I was there, I was like, oh, I want to help everybody. I can do this. I can do this. I can provide that service. And I could. But the problem was when I wanted to go tell people about it, who do I help? How do I help? What can I do to help? And it was really, really strenuous because I couldn't paint the picture of who somebody wanted to refer back to me. Along with that, our marketing strategy was all over the place, being a marketing company, right? Who do I market to? Who do I target first? If I got a list of people, let's just say companies on the island, well, how do I pitch every single one of them? There's no way I can keep a uniform pitch between all of them. Not saying we're cold calling, but that just makes marketing a lot harder. Or I have to run a million different marketing campaigns to all of these different companies that, quite honestly, it might not be as dialed in as it possibly could. Where in the blue ocean, I know exactly who my target market is. So maybe I run 5 or 6 different ads, but those 5 or 6 different ads are geared towards one specific company each and every single time. And then we have one landing page. It's not hundreds of ads. It's not hundreds of landing pages. It's a handful of ads, a handful of landing pages. It's a handful of services that we provide. And then at the end of it, not only does it narrow down what we do and how we do it, but also the customers appreciate it because we can have proven success in their areas of work. And that is the benefit of it. So we've now left that red ocean because when I was a young lad, I just wanted to help everybody. And people really admired that. But on the flip side of things, it's not a sustainable business practice to just go out and help everybody, right? You wouldn't call your divorce lawyer or your business lawyer for tax law, right? You just wouldn't. Maybe your business lawyer, right? Or you wouldn't call your business lawyer for matrimonial law or personal injury law, right? It just doesn't happen. That's not where they're experts in. You want to call somebody who's an expert in that area. So by giving up all of our potential customers and really focusing in on the smaller pool of customers, we've actually gained more customers. We've been significantly more successful, and we can actually charge a lot more money because that's who we want to work with. And not only is that who we want to work with, but we can prove time and time again the ROI that they're going to be getting, what it looks like, what the customer journey looks like, what they're going to feel along the way, the entire process mapped out on a yellow brick road for these people. That's the beautiful part of the blue ocean. And a lot of people get stuck in the red ocean, and I get it. It's a tough area, and niching down was something I was literally terrified of. But once we did, and now that the whole company knows, hey, this is who we're going after, this is why we want to go after these people, this is how we can help these people, everybody in my company is addicted to technology. We buy more software than I'd like to admit, and we're constantly playing with the most up-to-date solutions, and we're constantly getting a news feed of what's going on in the industry. Instead of in the Red Sea, there's how many news articles could I possibly consume and stay up to date on every single industry? It's just impossible. But when I'm dialed into a handful of customers, I know that I could probably consume 1, 2, maybe 3 publications and stay up to date on everything going on in the industry. And then I can use that information to help market it. Now you might be thinking, well, Harrison, what about competition? How is it ethical? Trust me, there are hundreds of thousands of companies in the blue ocean. There's millions of companies in the red ocean, if not billions of companies in the red ocean. There's plenty of people to work with. And even if we wanted to work with maybe 2 MSPs or IT companies in each state, that still leaves us 100 businesses that want to work with us, and there's little to no competition amongst them because chances are pretty good, if you live on Long Island, you're not servicing upstate New York as far as IT and technology, right? SaaS companies and HaaS companies, a little harder because they can work with just about anybody, but not every HaaS and SaaS and DaaS, hardware as a service, data as a service, and software as a service company makes the same products. So we could work with 10 different SaaS companies. They all follow the same principle of getting more subscribers and getting more people to use their software. And each software does something different or very different. This is the beauty of it. We've opened up a whole new floodgate of potential customers with little to no competition at all in the space. And because of that, now we can flourish and we can actually grow and we can dial in our marketing to that one specific customer type, whereas there was too many customers to appeal to. And this is the red ocean versus blue ocean strategy. Now you might be thinking, well, Harrison, how do I know this is actually going to work for my business? Think about it. When Apple came out with the iPhone, they created their own blue ocean. Yeah, Motorola had a phone, but it was nowhere near as good as an Apple iPhone. And then Android followed. Right now there's 2 or 3 or 4 main fish in the blue ocean of high-tech and popular cell phones, but that's it. if you think about any different product that's really pioneered the world, right? Think about Elon Musk. He just came out with Tesla not that long ago. There's a whole world of autonomous driving that he literally created his own blue ocean. There was no competitors in that area. Right? There might have been some electric car competitors, but nobody was doing autonomous driving, right? That didn't exist. There's literally so many of these different industries. Gaming systems. Think about how many gaming systems there are out there. There's really like 3 main brands. You have Nintendo, you have Xbox, and you have PlayStation. They have a blue ocean. There's no competition, and they keep creating better and better systems. Right? Yeah, I got a little PC in there too, but they're all game specific. They really don't compete too much with each other. In some cases they do. But every industry that's pioneering their area, they are literally creating blue oceans, or they're going after a specific set of customers. And that's when you can succeed. Instead of just trying to help everybody, right? Not everybody's going to go play a video game. But the video gamers are going to pick one of those 3. Right? It's a smaller pool, but now you know exactly who you want to go after, and it's going to narrow down your marketing. You're going to save way more money. You're going to become way more profitable, and this is exactly how these companies keep thriving. Amazon, same thing. Nobody offered 2-day delivery, or at least it wasn't popular. Now it's almost standard. You have to have 2-day delivery, or you're never going to compete with Amazon. Right? Amazon literally created their own blue ocean. Right? If you needed FedEx or UPS, FedEx, if you absolutely positively need to get that package there, you go with FedEx. They are literally creating their own blue ocean. There are millions of these massive companies that are doing this over and over and over again. Every time they launch a new product, right? You have the iPad. That was a huge revolution. They built their whole blue ocean on that. I'm just using big name companies just because more people know about them. But this is exactly the principle of red ocean versus blue ocean. And it's going to help you so much. Just think of high-end brands. If you think of Rolex or Louis Vuitton or Hermes, right? They don't appeal to everybody. I mean, everybody might want it, but they're looking for a very specific customer, high-end, upper middle class, or high-end class people to hold and use their products. That's who their target market is, right? They've eliminated most of it, and now they know exactly who they want to focus on and who to target. That's why you don't see Rolex in Walmart. But Walmart is the exact same but opposite. They target the common person, right? The middle class and lower. They're not really going after the upper class. That's why you don't see Rolex and Louis Vuitton in their stores, and that's who they're targeting. That's their whole industry. That's their whole target customer, is that, I don't want to say lower end person to be mean, but that's who they're going after. People that want to save money and live better. That's their whole motto. So this is the blue ocean they're creating. And every single industry and every single business is trying to build their own blue oceans, because when you do, it becomes so much easier to grow, and you know exactly who your target market is. And yeah, you'll have to niche down, but the riches are in the niches. And I hate that term, but it is so true. The more you do it, the more you niche down, the more money is there. So I hope you guys found value in this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. I'm excited to see what your red ocean versus blue ocean strategy is. I hope you guys take action like I did. It took a long time, but if you do, leave a comment down below on how you're going to shift your business, or if you guys need help. I needed a lot of help. I asked a lot of people for help, and so feel free to. I'm happy to give you guys as much insight as possible. Other than that, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'll see you guys later.